Wait, stop. Okay. Make yourself comfortable, my friend, and listen closely, because it's time you knew the truth about Star Wars. Star Wars is a 1977 film written and directed by ambitious young filmmaker George Lucas, fresh off the back of his success with American Graffiti 4 years prior. It was a labour of love that took more than half a decade to write and was laughed out of every single studio in Hollywood before eventually finding a home at 20th Century Fox. Despite modest expectations among studio executives and even the film's cast and crew, it was enormously successful, earning $410 million worldwide. That's over $2 billion in today's money, inflation fans. The film changed the way audiences looked at movies and became a cultural phenomenon. If Jaws opened the door to the modern blockbuster, Star Wars blew it clean off its hinges. But of course, Star Wars is much more than that one film. Star Wars is a trilogy, a series of films depicting the fall of an oppressive empire and exploring a hero's journey from callow farm boy to steadfast warrior monk. Star Wars is a series of 6 films, following the Skywalker bloodline through 2 generations and recontextualizing one of cinema's greatest villains as a tragically flawed hero, treading the path to hell which is paved with good intentions. Star Wars is a series of 11, 12, soon to be 13 films? Star Wars is a television phenomenon, telling the stories between stories in live action and animation, filling in the gaps left by the films, adding new context and substance to the canon, and enriching the source material as a result. Star Wars is a masterclass in merchandising ingenuity, inspiring a love of action figures, toys and replicas that generations of children would carry on well into their adulthood, and, for the first time ever, making children happy to wake up to an empty cardboard box on Christmas Day. Star Wars is a deeply personal auteur project, informed by Lucas's love of Kurosawa films, Flash Gordon serials, fast cars, and even his pet Malamute. Star Wars is a rich multimedia tapestry, a colossal game of pass the story, with new generations of creative talent making their own contributions to the mythology Lucas created. It's a story told incrementally through novels, comics, video games, so many video games, radio dramas, encyclopedias, art and making of books, each one helping the universe to feel denser, richer, and more populous. Star Wars is pure escapist fantasy, taking place in a galaxy far, far away, where the difference between good and evil is always clear and distinct. Star Wars is political and allegorical, providing commentary on some of history's most important lessons, from the fall of the Roman Republic to the Vietnam War, and the quotidian ways in which individuals create a space in which tyranny can thrive. Star Wars is steeped in tradition, hewing closely to the work of George Lucas's mentor Joseph Campbell and the conventions of the monomyth. Its cultural and philosophical influences are vast and eclectic, drawing inspiration from Arthurian legend, Tolkien, Taoist philosophy, and Buddhism. Star Wars is progressive, thumbing its nose at gendered archetypes, turning damsels into generals, and recontextualizing stone-cold badasses as sensitive and caring parental figures. And as for LGBTQ+ representation, we're getting there. Slowly. Very slowly. Star Wars is a children's morality tale, teaching developing young minds the importance of courage, compassion, and cooperation. Star Wars is a mature space saga, hiding dense and nuanced messaging about authoritarianism, slavery, and generational trauma behind its child-friendly facade. Star Wars is this. It's also this. It's this. But it's also this. The truth about Star Wars is that Star Wars is whatever you want it to be. We've reached the point now where there's so much Star Wars that fans can completely curate their experience to suit their specific needs and tastes. Of course, this has always been a core component of the Star Wars mythology. Fans have been invited to become active participants in the saga from day one, by creating their own Star Wars adventures at home with their action figures, creating further adventures with their favourite characters. Unfortunately, this has given rise to a spirit of gatekeeping, where fans hold dear the elements of Star Wars they like best and try to invalidate absolutely everything else. And honestly, that's a real shame. Look, if you're ride or die for the original trilogy, have at it. You've got 3 great films that you can go back to time and again. And through the miracle of fan edits like Project 4K77 or Harmy's despecialized editions, you can even watch those films exactly as they appeared when they were first released. If you were lucky enough to watch an absolutely pristine film print. Likewise, if you were a prequel kid, you've never eaten so good. Whoever would have thought that we'd see Ewan McGregor don the Obi-Wan robes once again? Or see Hayden Christensen returning to the role of Anakin with near universal acclaim? And if you're a lover of the sequels, don't let the current culture of hate dull your passion. Instead, take comfort from the fact that everyone was saying the exact same stuff about the prequels before time and shifting cultural attitudes rehabilitated their reputation. As fans, we really need to get out of this habit of using canon as a stick to beat other fans with. Every time we make declarative statements about what is or isn't real Star Wars, we add another bar to the cage we build for ourselves. Instead of getting preoccupied with what is or isn't canon, we should understand that canon is what we make of it. Does the fact that Knights of the Old Republic, Shadows of the Empire, or The Force Unleashed are non-canon invalidate their worth as Star Wars experiences? I certainly don't think so. Do you? We have every opportunity to love the Star Wars that we love, but we also live in an age where negativity breeds engagement on platforms like YouTube, and look, I get it. If you feel, and I don't, that the sequel trilogy was a soulless, corporate betrayal of the original saga, then sure, an angry 3 or 4 hour polemic by The Critical Drinker or Mauler might be cathartic for you. But if you make hate your business model, then you inevitably trap yourself in a situation whereby you're going through frame after frame of The Acolyte, trying to show that there are no white male characters. That's just not healthy behaviour. Maybe, and this is just my opinion, we need to accept and embrace that as Star Wars grows, so too will it attempt to make new inroads with different generations and cultural niches to expand its appeal. If only because that's capitalism, baby. Shareholders always want more. The red line must always go up, and in this context, even a cultural leviathan like Star Wars can't grow on the milk of its hardcore fanbase alone. We're free to either engage with the resulting new content, or not. If the sequel trilogy really galled you that much, that's fine. There is a multiverse of alternative sequels available to you. Why not get stuck into the Heir to the Empire trilogy, the Jedi Academy series, or the new Jedi Order books? Those are the sequels you're looking for. Star Wars is an all-you-can-eat buffet. Try a little bit of everything, and if you don't like it, don't put it on your plate, dude. If you step up with a plate at all, you are a Star Wars fan. I don't care what you put on it. There are Star Wars fans out there right now whose relationship with the lore starts and ends with the High Republic era. Likewise, there are fans who live and breathe the Skywalker saga, but they wouldn't be able to tell you who Cal Kestis is, or what happened to Darth Revan, or what this guy's voice sounds like, or why Dr. Aphra is quite possibly the best character in the entire saga and desperately needs her own Disney Plus series. But does that make them any less of a fan? Of course not. You have your Star Wars, they have theirs. Star Wars belongs to all of us. And just as each of us will see beauty in a different face, there's something in Star Wars for everyone to love. Whether that's gutter-mouthed droids, lesbian space witches, intrepid younglings, plucky scavengers, or dashing smugglers. Love the Star Wars that you love in the knowledge that your yum will be someone else's yuck, and that's fine. We live in a... well, not society, sorry Joker. We live in basically an interconnected system of hermetically sealed boxes. We're more connected, yet more atomized than ever, and a growing proportion of our interactions with other human beings is mediated by social media platforms owned by billionaires. These platforms are precision engineered to make us angry, divided and tribal, because more outrage equals more engagement equals more ad revenue. In this social ecosystem, the truest form of protest is to be kind, or at the very least tolerant, towards those we disagree with. Because this galaxy far, far away is a wonderful place to spend time, and there's a home here for everyone. As fans, we have the autonomy to go wherever we want in it. Spend time with whatever characters and whatever versions of those characters we love the most. So, my friend, now you know the truth about Star Wars. Take care of yourself, be kind, and remember, the Force will be with you. Always. Hey, thank you, probably both of you, for watching my first video. Oh, crikey, I can type this shit, but I can't say it. In an era where negativity and performative outrage dominate our media discourse, I really want this channel to be something different. Something that celebrates positivity, but also makes an articulate case for it. I don't think anyone benefits from toxic positivity or mindless positivity. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video and you'd like me to make more, please drop it a like, give that subscribe button a nudge, and please do drop me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. My next video is going to take us right back to our own galaxy, but it will involve a strange visitor from another planet.